So this is Abhishek and welcome to AgriAnalyze. In this video, we are going to see about normality testing feature of AgriAnalyze. This feature will help us to perform Shapiro-Wilk test, Anderson-Darling test, and QQ plots to detect the normality in the data. So now let's explore the data set. So I have these four variables: grain yield, plant height, days to flowering, tillers per plant, and I want to check whether this data is following normal distribution or not. These data can be of different number of observation. You can see grain yield has 50 observation, while there are some observations that are not present in the rest of the variables. So the number of observation can be different for different variables. You need to save this into a CSV file. Now click on File, then click on Save As, and here choose CSV UTF-8 option, comma delimited file, that is CSV file, and click on Save. Now let's jump to the AgriAnalyze platform. So in AgriAnalyze, click on Analytical Tool. Now go to Hypothesis Testing, and there is option of Assumption Testing and Diagnostic Tests, and here select Normality Test. Now I will upload the data file. I will select yes for Shapiro-Wilk test, yes for Anderson-Darling test, yes for QQ plot. You can add no also if you don't want any type of test, but at least one of these three should be yes. Then alpha. So alpha is the level of significance. If you want the interpretation to be written at 5% level of significance, then you need to write 0.05. If you want to write at 1% level, then you can write 0.01. Basically, alpha, all the interpretation, auto interpretation will be written on the basis of the alpha that you are deciding now. Now click on submit, and it will give us this summary that number of variables are 4 and whether you want to perform these three steps or not. And you need to pay some nominal fee. Now click on submit. After a few seconds, the report will be ready. Now click on download. So this is the normality testing results in AgriAnalyze. First, it will give us the basic summary that number of variables were 4 and whether Shapiro-Wilk test, Anderson-Darling test, or QQ plots were performed or not, and then significant level that researcher has chosen, that is 0.05. Now it will give the basic descriptive statistics of variables. It will analyze step by step for all the variables that you have added in the file. So it will give basic statistics: mean, median, mode, standard deviation, variance, maximum, minimum, skewness, kurtosis, standard error of mean, CV percentage, and so on. Then it will give you this beautiful graph. Here, the red line is the empirical density, and the blue one is the normal curve. Then it gives the result of Shapiro-Wilk test. First, it will write the null hypothesis that grain yield is following normal distribution. Alternative is the variable grain yield does not follow normal distribution. Then this is the Shapiro-Wilk test statistics, its p-value, and it will also write interpretation and tell you whether the grain yield is following normal distribution or not. Same it will do with the Anderson-Darling test for normality, and it will also give you the ready-made QQ plot. Then the second variable will analysis results will be displayed. So these stars are used as a separator. Now same analysis will be shown for the rest of the variables that you have added in the file. And all these variable results are clubbed in one in one Word file and shared you in the output. So this was all about the normality testing of the variables using AgriAnalyze platform. Hope you find this video very useful and tool very handy. If you have any doubts or questions, feel free to reach out to us at contact@agrianalyze.com. Thank you for watching this video.